Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to another World of Dummies. Yes, these players are just getting better and better. And here we literally have YOLO, Die, Rage, Repeat. That is what I've named it because it's the same thing. Someone YOLOs, then they die, and then they rage, and then they join another battle, and they do the same thing. This game, we are basically, it's not so much that. We're looking at the waffle. He's raging. He is absolutely raging because he says A at the beginning of the game. Now, bearing in mind, this is encounter. There is no supremacy. And all people have said is like, where's A? There is, I mean, we're encounter. And he hasn't liked that response. He is just like, do you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going to go and kill myself. And that is exactly what he does. Like, what was, just because I don't get what, I mean, this is the best map. This is the best map for a waffle. Like, he would be having all these shots on that on them heavies. Look at them heavies on the other side of the map. The waffle is a fantastic tank. He would be having so many free shots on these guys on the heavies to the left if he just wouldn't have done what he done. He would have had a shot here on the T-54. There's a Foch coming around. This would almost be a perfect game. He would have a side of a Foch right now if he would have went on that camping position. But you know what? He's just, I shit on you. He's going to rage for the rest of the game. Retards, he's literally going to rage for the rest of the game. But when you're watching this game, like, you know, the TD spot, obviously, in spawn, it would have been absolutely perfect for a waffle to be sat there right now. It really would. But he would, I reckon he would finish with at least 5-6k damage. If he would have gone into that TD spot, he was a decent player, he would have got at 5,000-6,000, maybe even more damage. With all the position of the enemy team, all the heavies, look, they're in the middle. He can shoot them for where he would be. He can shoot the Jag Tiger. He could have shot these medium tanks and the Foch. It would have been absolutely perfect. But you know what? No one, I don't even get, like, no one went the way just these mediums did. He said A. Now, A in supremacy is actually this side of the map. There's 3 other tanks that have came this side of the map. So I don't even get why he gave up. I really don't get. There's a Death Star there. Here, there's this T-22. There's his platoon mate. I really don't get why he just gave up at the beginning of the game. In a waffle, man. The waffle is like the best tier 9 tank in the game. And don't do that. If you start, this is why I never, at the minute, I never ever talk in game. And what I mean by talk, if someone says hello, obviously I'll try and say hello. But what I mean is, a few years ago, as soon as the battle would start, I would always say either left or I would say either right. But that's wrong. You don't want to be doing that. And people do it now. People always in chat, left guys or right guys. No, because it's not all the time you want. If you say right and everyone goes right, sometimes you don't want everyone to go with you. A game like this, Castilla, there's heavies, there's medium tanks. So you don't want everyone to go the same way. You want your heavies to go the heavy route and the mediums to go the medium route. So you want to go 2 separate sides. You don't want to stick together. And there is some maps that are out there that doesn't require you to all stick together. There is some maps that is great for if you all stick together. But I mean, I'd say most maps require teamwork and not so much 7 tanks rolling together. It does work. It does work if you do roll together and steamroll the enemy team, especially if there's all 7 tanks going to one side of the map and you manage to catch out sort of 2 or 3 tanks. Then yeah, sometimes that does work. But giving up just because people don't do what you ask, like, grow up, man. And this game is even more funny. Like, I laughed my ass off. We're going to look at the Hafen. Now, all starts well in this game. It is mines. We're in the new IS, or not the new, but the IS-2 Berlin, obviously given away in the event, which I did manage to get in my free-to-play account. So I will be doing a video, maybe if I do get time, on the IS-2 Berlin about getting the tank for absolutely free. So the Hafen starts off, we're going to see him in a minute. The Hafen starts off sort of playing a bit behind these tanks. He comes to the hill and all looks well. All looks well. No one is really rushing. There's a couple of team, I mean, you can see the mini-map. One's going around by the enemy spawn there, and he's just going. Now, we're going to hopefully see where we are in a minute. So the Hafen's actually gone already. And if you look at the mini-map, the Hafen, he's there. He is in the enemy spawn. He is in the firing line, and he is not stopping. Now, what I find funny is there is no reason whatsoever for him to do this little YOLO run. I mean, I think he's just gave up. Like, not even a minute gone. He is literally gone into the enemy corner, and he's taking the attention. You can see all these tanks are turning around, which is good for our guy here in the IS-2, because now he can actually poke, and he hasn't got 5 or 6 tanks looking at him. He can actually poke out and do some damage. Now, hopefully, I don't know what that guy's doing. Like, he's looking up. What is he doing? Like, what is this guy doing? I don't know. But the Hafen, he's gone. He is still running around. He's taking the attention. Look, he's got the Eraser. He's got the Eagle chasing him. He had the Hellcat there. He's taken the attention of nearly all the tanks apart from this guy. Which, if he wanted to do that, fair enough. He may have changed the outcome of this game, to be honest. The guy may have changed the outcome, but he does die. And just because he wanted to go on a YOLO run and do what he did, he's now just going to literally rage all game. I thought that was funny. I thought that was funny, that what he did. But if you look at it, it was a noob decision. It was a noob decision to do what he done. But if you look at it the other way, then he took the attention of 5 guys. He took the attention of 5 guys, and they capitalized on that and started doing damage on the tanks up the hill. So him doing what he did may have actually changed the outcome of the game. If that was me, sometimes you make decisions. You sit there and think, right, I'm going to do this. It might be a good move. It turns out to be a wrong move. And before you know, you've already committed. So you might say, right, I'm going to go flank round here. There shouldn't be any tanks around there. You go around there, and all of a sudden you're looking at 5 tanks, and you're like, fuck. But you've already committed, and you can't even turn around. So what the Hafen pretty much did is just carried on. If that was me in that situation and I died, I did my job, I mean, I did the damage. He does the damage, to be honest. He done the damage. And I died. I wouldn't now sit there and... I mean, look at him. He's bastards delete game. He's non-stop cussing, non-stop complaining. I mean, if that was me, I would just leave the game. Like, sorry, guys. Maybe I would have even said, if I would have YOLO'd like I did and get deleted, sometimes I would actually say sorry. Like, sorry, I didn't expect them all to be here. My bad. If we lose, my fault. If we win, also my fault, because I took the attention of all the guys. So, you know, it works both ways here. But, you know, just the 1 tank left. The Eagle is last alive. There are still 4 tanks, so they still managed to get the win. So I don't know what the Hafen was crying about. They won the game at the end of the day. So our guy here in the IS-2 is going to clear him for his 4th kill. He does a pretty good job as well in that middle of the map there. 3,200 damage. He gets some nice credits, and he gets a 1st class. So if you're that kind of player that just YOLOs and then rages, just shut up. Just shut up. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I'm Meadsy. I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye. With